What's going on, people of the internet? Welcome back to another episode of the Fear the Hive 1155 podcast. This is my co-host Steven, and I'm Dom. And as you can see, Steven's in a slightly different spot if you watch the other episodes. It's an interest. I'm sure it's a story behind that somewhere.
Yeah, so the story is it's not a long story. But yeah, I'm in a different space. There's this Amazon warehouse here in Houston. I got like 4 around the city. And in it, everything you return from Amazon just sells it wholesale, right?
Right.
And these warehouses buy it and then they sell it for whatever they can sell it for.
Right.
Which is crazy because there are crazy deals there from time to time, right? So like Fridays, $8 days, Saturdays, $6 days, whatever you pick up, right? For most stuff, some things is a little bit more. I found 2 desks there because I was in the area and I decided to stop by.
In the area.
Mm-hmm. And they had 2 desks. So I bought 2 desks. Ask me how much I paid for 2 desks.
How much did you pay for 2 desks, Steven?
$80.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad at all. That's a great deal.
Ask me how much those desks would have been if I had bought them at Target.
How much would those desks have been if you bought them at Target, Steven?
$145 a piece.
Ooh, Jesus. Ooh.
So you see why I got 2 desks and I'm in a different space?
I'd bought like 4 desks just on principle.
I might go back. Get one for every kid. I mean, you never know when you need a desk, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's that. And I got new paintings up and everything.
Yeah,
you know.
I see.
You know,
man,
good stuff. Kid painted one and you know, impressionistic stuff and then beach stuff. Mm-hmm. Trying to be cultured.
Hey, you got a bunch of artists over there.
Yeah, I've got one main artist and a bunch of kids that like to use my very expensive paint. I got like $1,000 worth of paint in this house. You know that, like $1,000 worth of paint. Not like paint for your walls, but like paint for canvases. And they like to use it. No, I'm just a spoiler of wives.
I'd have been wife. Well, that's fine having $1,000 worth of paint for her, of course. But then, you know, the kids is like, no. Here's the oil and the watercolors. There you go.
Here's the crayons and the coloring sheets. How about that?
Here you go. This is what you want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it makes nice colors, just like mommy's paint.
You can't even tell the difference.
Can't even tell. And if you could, once you're old enough to tell the difference, guess what I'll get you? Your own oil and water set.
True. That's very true.
Oil and paintbrush. There you go. So, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Dude. Oh, okay. Controversial. A little bit. Hot takes. What time do you clock out as a parent? This has been on my mind for a minute. What time do you clock out?
So for me, about now-ish. It's funny that you ask. I'm actually off duty now.
Yo.
Look, I have fulfilled all my parental duties as a father around this time right now. And it's like, hey, you know what? Go to bed. You've eaten. You are bathed. I will see you in the morning. What you choose to do is totally on you. Leave me alone.
This is going to sound so bad. I tell my kids, I clock out at 8 o'clock every day. 8 o'clock. That's it.
That's fair.
That's when I clock out. Because
that is fair.
You've been fed. You've had a shower. You are alive. And you will be alive. Not only do I clock out, if I have to work overtime, like if I got to get up at like 9:30 for something, I get my time back on Friday.
Yeah. Fridays?
On Friday.
Dude, Fridays, I clock out at like 6.
Yeah.
Look, so here's my thing. So my son, my oldest son is 13. So, and you know, back in the day, we were old enough to watch our younger siblings at like 9, 10. So
yes,
I'm like 13, you can handle this. This is no problem.
You got the house. You know what not to set on fire.
Exactly.
Call if it turns on fire.
So essentially, I walk in the house about 5, 6 o'clock. I'm like, all right, Mari, you are now the interim parent. Daddy's gonna go be bad. Yeah. Hey, you're the parent on duty. Daddy's gonna go be bad parent. I'm gonna go play Call of Duty for the next 6 to 8 hours. I see you tomorrow. Good luck,
dude. It's the reason why I got a dog. You want to know why? Because when Sam's on duty and I clock out, nothing. Absolutely nothing. You know where the food is.
Yep.
You know where the gauze are. You know where the fire extinguisher is. You know where it all is. I got, you know that stuff that you pour in wounds that stop the bleeding? Yep. I got some of that too. You know exactly where it is. It's all in the same place, all nice, neat, organized, and labeled up.
Only call me if somebody breaks a bone.
If you can't stop the bleeding,
something off.
You can't stop the bleeding. Call me. If you can't, no, I'm joking.
Oh no! Call your mother first. Call your mother first.
No, call me first. We're not gonna do that. You get fussed out while you bleeding out? No.
Oh no, yeah. True. No, you're right about that. No, my wife is squeamish, so like throw up and blood. Nope.
Oh, blood? Oh gosh. Oh yeah. Oh gosh.
So I handle all of that stuff.
I was about to say she might be go through it too. The kids are right at the age where blood becomes a natural part of their weekly existence.
Yeah, pretty much. But the funny thing is, like with throw up, even baby throw up, she's like, "Dom, come." Like she's getting ready to throw it with them, and I'm like, and it's funny.
Come on, man. Come on.
It is hilarious to me.
Yo, you seen that woman on Instagram? Oh, there's this woman on Instagram that she has this extreme phobia, not phobia, but like she's got a predilection for throwing up. Like if she hears someone throwing up, she starts to heave like she's going to throw up. So her husband will he records and he'll just walk by, and she goes, and she starts the process of throwing up. Yo, it's amazingly funny. Yo, it's like if you do it, like they'll be out in a restaurant, right? And
oh my gosh,
he'll take a
bite. That is perfect.
And she like goes into a dry heave. Yo, it's nuts, yo. It's crazy.
You gotta send me a video. I would. Oh my gosh!
So he says so many of them. He's got at least 50 of them, man. Like
I would see. I wish I could do this with my wife. That would be great.
Like he'll get in her car while he's driving, and he'll be like, "Talk about a dilemma. You gonna make me throw up in my own car?"
Yeah,
that's a story. That's a villain story right there. Origin story.
Yeah, if that was my wife, I'd be no good. No good whatsoever. Yeah, because even now when she sees throw up or whatever, and she starts doing that, I'm like, yeah, and I will egg it on. I'm like, yep, there it is. Oh, there it is. You want to go to the toilet, don't you?
you mess it all up. You be at the bank. You be like, you be in church. He be like, turn to your neighbor. All bad, man.
So that's one thing I will say for people that's not married. One of the small pleasures we get as married men is being able to annoy our wives at times.
Yes, yo, you don't understand. Sometimes I just like the other night. She was so mad at me. Okay. Let me tell you why she was mad at me. We got in the bed, right? And she was tired. And we had both been working all day. We got in the bed, we was tired. But we weren't sleepy. So I bit her. And I mean, it wasn't a hard bite. I was just laying on her arm and I was like, I wonder if it's a bite you. So I bit her. I ain't leaving no teeth marks or nothing. It was just, and she was like, get off me. Get out of the bed. Just leave me alone. She was mad the rest of the evening. And I was like, oh, come on. It's just a little bite.
It was just break the skin.
Break the skin. Any break the skin. Don't even look like a hickey. Come on. I didn't even use my teeth.
I do the same thing. Yeah. That is hilarious. Yeah. So that's funny because that's also one of the things that I guess most married people have in common. You have one person that annoys them, and it's just it just happens. Happens.
And the best of it is, it goes both ways, man. Like she been annoying sometimes. I'd be like, yo, what are you doing? Like, leave me alone. I'm going to go play Call of Duty.
Yeah. Well, and here's the funny thing. Like my wife knows that I hate being tickled, but that's the only thing she can do because she's not ticklish.
Oh, well then she's won. She wins.
Which I don't even know how that's possible.
She wins. How
are there people out there that's not ticklish? Like how?
I mean, I'm generally not ticklish, but I mean, at certain times I can be ticklish. But my wife is like you. Everything's ticklish. Like I'd be kissing my neck. She'd be like, ooh, that's ticklish. I'm like, that's not the reason. That's not the reaction I was looking for. I did not want Tickle Me Elmo.
Wrong reaction.
I did not want Tickle Me Elmo. No. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Gotta love it, yo. Like, just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. But yeah, man. She was so mad. I bet her. She was very, very upset, and I was like, I don't understand why you're so upset. I mean, what else did you want me to do? We weren't saying anything. You were on your phone ignoring me. How was I supposed to get your attention?
I had to unmute myself.
She was like, use your words. I was like, nah.
I use words all day.
All day.
I feel like being primitive.
Didn't go there, but I should have. I mean,
me man,
you biting stick. Come here. No,
you should do that.
Oh my gosh, yo, I should do that. I'm not gonna do that tonight. It's Thursday. Can't mess it up. Things are going smoothly. It's been a good day.
It's not like she's not going to just because,
I think you know the answer to that question. We're not. Everything's going smoothly. We're not messing that up.
It's for her as well as you. She's just not going to not.
Look. We both know that wives can be petty.
Extremely petty.
Extremely petty. So things are going smoothly. We're gonna keep it that way. We're gonna keep the ship going in the direction that it's going. We're not gonna capsize it. I'm not gonna do any of that stuff. No, it's been a good day.
Rock the boat.
Oh man, we're not gonna rock the boat. Not at all. Ooh. Yo, me and my wife paid to have her LinkedIn optimized and her resume redone. And that joint is fire. I'm gonna copy it. I'm like gonna copy and paste. Well, I mean, it ain't gonna be complete copy and paste. I'm gonna change the words, but that joint. And the people that we did it with, we found her on TikTok. She's like 6-figure chick consulting. Dope.
I think I've seen that.
Everybody's seen it on TikTok because she's dope. But check this out. She gave us like 3 job boards to apply to use that I didn't even know existed. That joint is dope. I'm like, yo, like they got companies that'll hire you. They're like, in different levels of startup. So you get like your salary plus stock options and stuff. I was like, oh, that's okay. Dope.
Oh, that is good.
Yeah. Like it's, and they optimized her LinkedIn profile and they did her resume. And they did like a coaching session and a bunch of other things. And I'm looking at it going, I'll take some of that because the jobs that they were talking about applying to, they were like, yo, you need to apply to these jobs. These jobs making twice as much
what is right this? Now. What is this link thing?
Which one?
I'm on your wife's LinkedIn, and man, this
is this one's dope, ain't it, man? They reframed everything like. It's the best money that I've spent all year almost. Like,
what would something of this nature cost the regular person?
Okay, so I paid $600 for it. Okay. All right. It's an investment, right? Yeah. Because look, like you, my wife has multiple degrees, so like those
best way to showcase it.
The best way to showcase it, right? And so when you get it redone and they take what you actually did and then they put it and they update it to current day terminology with what recruiters are looking for, then they tell you to apply for these jobs that are, mid-level 6-figure jobs. And it's like, I can actually get that job. Like my experience actually lines up with it. And so I thought it's just really dope, and I didn't know that people did that successfully, and so I can't wait. Like hopefully, when she gets her job, then we're gonna pay for her to do mine, and I'm gonna get another position, right? Even if it's with the same company.
So, for something like this, did you have to give her your password? Okay, that makes sense.
Yep. Yeah, but she's legit. Of course, you could always change your password, but like she's legit. Like she knows what she's doing. So,
I'm just asking the questions. I'm acting as the viewer at the moment, asking those questions.
Yes, you would have to give send her your password. You have to sit down and they do like a 15-minute discovery session. They talk about where you want to be in your career, what you want to do, what you've done in the past, what your resume says on it. What do you think your strengths are? What kind of company you want to work for? What kind of benefits you need? What kind of challenges in your career you want? They sit down and they go through that with you. And then they talk about what positions your current skills and your experience translate over to, right? Because the biggest thing about moving from one role to another is finding a role that has that your skills translate to, or at least you feel that your skills translate to, right? Unlike a lot of people, for us, when we apply for a role, we apply for the one where we know that our skills directly translate over to. A whole lot of people, they don't even do that. It ain't even a direct 1-to-1. It's like a 1 to 0.65, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they end up getting the job because the skills translate. But if you don't apply for the job and you don't know how to verbalize it, then there's no way for you to, you won't psych yourself up into applying for it, and you won't know how to communicate that these skills translate to this other role. So,
right. No, it makes sense.
They're real good. So I'm hoping.
That makes sense. Now, I recently redid mine a few months ago now. And believe me, I was heavy on the Chat GPT, and like I get real deep in the weeds with Chat GPT at times, and to a point to where I should probably be like a prompt engineer at this point.
Yeah, you should look into it. They get paid a whole lot of money.
I know. But yeah, so what I did was I kind of looked at like roles that I wanted and then just got my resume and just said, okay, cool. I fed both of them into Chat GPT, and I was like, hey, make this one sound like this, and update blah blah blah, and it spit it back out, and it was like, all right, cool. And one of the things that people don't understand is like as of right now, for the jobs that I've been applying for over the past few months, I actually got back into cover letters. I would take the job description and put it in Chat GPT and put my experience in there and say, hey, write me a cover letter based on this. And I've got a lot of feedback, and I would get calls using that. So yeah, so I would definitely advise that to anybody, and then also I redid my LinkedIn profile based on some of that stuff too. So
yeah,
I would definitely I would still definitely pay somebody to do it, if they're really good, definitely. But also at the same time, if you want to go the DIY route, Chat GPT, and I didn't pay for Chat GPT, which I just actually started paying for Chat GPT.
I've been paying for that for like 8 months. It's worth it.
And it's actually they got some pretty interesting stuff in there.
Yes, they do. Yes.
Yeah. But and actually helped me get, and now that since we're on the topic of jobs, I am currently wearing the hat of my current.
Can you get it out? You can get it out.
I'm wearing the hat for my current job as of right now until tomorrow, since tomorrow's my last day. And I was a systems. Since I have never really talked about it, I just felt, hey, I'll just wear the hat today, and I actually had this on earlier. But yeah, I worked for Hendrick Automotive Group, the corporate office, for the last 11 years of my life. I worked in help desk, moved up to system administrator, then to systems engineer. Worked on a lot of different projects and things that kind of got me ready for my next role. Of course, I will not say exactly where it is. If you do follow me on LinkedIn, then you probably know. But I'll be doing cloud engineering, which is something, definitely in the spotlight of positions as far as IT goes as of right now. So definitely something that I want to translate over, which, since we're on the topic of that, today and tomorrow will probably be very bittersweet. It's been real, pretty emotionally tiring and taxing on me. Because, like I said, I was on this job for 11 years, and a lot of people may not know, but I got this job because I was let go of the previous job that I had from here. And it was a very interesting way that I got fired from there. And I was reading the CompTIA A+ book, and I'm not much of a reader. A lot of people may not know that. I'm not much of a reader. Reading books put me to sleep. I will read it on an iPad. I can read it on a screen. I can read it on wherever. But
so
books
it's the paper
themselves, I guess.
The physical trees put you to sleep.
I guess. Yeah, I guess. And so, I fell asleep reading the book at the job that I was at previous to this one. And they let me go because they thought I was just sleeping on the job. And, it was weird because it's like, no, I'm actually trying to better myself and, try to learn. But it's just the fact that reading puts me to sleep. And so, I pretty much, and that was around Christmas time too. So that Christmas was not necessarily the best. And so, to me, I was just like, hey, God, if you allow me to get this job, I am not going to waste the opportunity. And I called them every day. So I would, so I applied for the job. They called me back. They did the phone screen, and I would call them back every day. I went into the interview. I called them every day after that. Like, hey, am I getting this job or what? Like, during the time, my wife was working 2 jobs, supporting me, and it was just our one son at the time, and she definitely held it down. And it's just like, man, hey, if you can get me through this, I'll do. It's like
you just make a world.
Right. And, God, if you give me this job, please, I really need it. I really need, and, sure enough, I gave everything that I had to this job, and, to a point to where, they became family. So, it is hard. I saw the same people for 11 years. They became more than just coworkers. I saw other people come and go, but, I was always like, all right, hey, I don't know how long I'll be here, but hey, and the years just kept creeping up, and I got my 11-year plaque or whatever, and started kind of evaluating. And I had taken interviews and other things before then, but nothing that really would make me leave or entice me to leave. So, and then this job came along, and this opportunity came along, and I was like, well, it's not a bad gig, so. Yeah, I'll be working from home. The company has a good reputation so far, as what I can see, and they didn't give me a reason to be like, well, you know what, I'm passing on this one. So, it's, like I said, today, tomorrow, probably going to be very emotional and emotionally taxing. I've worked with a lot of the executives at that company, and it's funny because I can walk into a dealership, any store, or I can walk into the corporate office and everybody's like, yo, Don, hey, what's up? Even the C-suite people, they know me.
That's dope.
And
that's dope,
and I walked in there, they was like, and it's like all of them knew. They was like, hey man, heard you was leaving. I'm like, yeah, who told you that?
Word gets around here. We keep
pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. So
hey man, it's okay if you cry tomorrow. It's okay.
I actually did in the car today on the way in. I did a little bit.
Oh, you did on the way in, not on the way leaving?
No, man. Good. Yeah, because I mean, like I said, hey, this company's been family. Like, they saw me get married. They saw me have, practically all my kids. When I tore my Achilles, they were always worried about me, checking in on me and all that. And, my manager, she's been good. She's been awesome. She's not a micromanager. My director over my manager, she's been really cool. Like, I couldn't have asked for better place, honestly. So I'm gonna miss everybody.
Oh, that's dope, man. It's dope that someone had a good work experience over the years, because a lot of people, they don't get that, especially for like 11 years. 11 years is a long time. Like, yeah, because part of me is like, you only had 9 more years, you could retire from that place, man. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, but no, that's I'm happy to hear that. I'm sure our viewers are happy to know that.
Now the reason I'm leaving is I mean, there's essentially, like in the IT space, there's always money for hiring, never money for retention. Not to say that my job did anything wrong. They did what they had to do, and it was what it was.
You might be back. You might be back. You never know.
Maybe.
We just there's times that you got to do stuff.
Yeah, and plus, I mean, like I said, we do have a presence in the cloud, but it's not as substantial as most other places. And for me, it was just really important that I go get that experience. So that's
opportunities for growth.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Growth is what I'm looking for at the moment. I'm 34. I've got, Lord willing, at least a good 20 years left. So I've got, a lot of things learned, and hopefully, I retire earlier than that. That's what I'm hoping for, really.
Here's the funny part. You said 34 and I got 20 years. So I'm like, yeah, dog. You're going to be old. Then I was like, you're only 34. You're only going to be 54. So yeah, I guess that math works out. Look at that.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Hey, I really don't want to have to work till I'm 60, 65, whatever. I would like to, have did what I needed to do financially, within the next 20 years. And that's really being generous, because I'm really giving myself the next 10. So, but yeah, we'll see what happens.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Oh man, that turned real serious and sappy and kind of dusty in here for me, man. Because I remember it's a long time ago when we were slanging phones and stuff.
Yo, I see
and
you
now
say
we
that
have
to everybody.
careers.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We got full blown careers, and we buy our phones over the internet because nobody goes into the store anymore.
Actually, I go like if I buy a phone, I don't buy it over the internet. I walk into the spot like, yo, yeah, I want to see it. I need to feel it in my hand. I need to, you know, I'm an old school buyer as far as that's concerned. I mean, yeah, I know what I'm getting, but still, it's like, yeah, hey, nah, man, you know, I need to hold the phone. I need to play with it for a little bit. You know, turn it on the side, make sure the landscape keyboard is right where I need it to be. I would never lose.
Delivery 3 hours. That's it.
Nope.
Right to my door.
Click. I will never lose. I need to see it before I buy it. And I mean, you know, remember when Best Buy was really worried about Amazon? Because that's what people just did. They would just walk into Best Buy just to look at it, get their hands on it, but then just go order on Amazon.
Yep, I do remember that.
Yeah, and
big dummies. Big dummies.
Yeah, and then the funny thing is, remember Best Buy was like, no, we don't price match with Amazon. We don't price match. Guess who price match with Amazon now?
and it's too late now. See, here's the thing. Y'all just done that. We was trying to tell y'all. Well, I mean, we were doing it. Y'all didn't want us to do, but we were doing it. Y'all just done what we told y'all to do, then we'd have been all right. Like, yo,
right.
I mean, I still wouldn't have been slanging phones, but I'm just saying, you could have made it. You know, when's the last time you've been to a Best Buy? I went to one. I was like spending money.
Yeah, well, dude, when's the last time you've been to the one where we used to work at?
The last time I went, they had turned into one of this. Okay, let's back up. All the Best Buys have been turned into specialty stores, right?
Yeah.
Most of 90% of them, like there's a good 10, maybe 50%. They're still complete Best Buy stores. The rest of them are specialty for something: TVs, cameras, computers, something.
Now one of them is designated as the outlet, so you can find a lot of stuff cheaper.
or as an outlet, right? And so it's like, yo, I don't feel bad for him. I want to tell you why I don't feel bad for him. Because the price that I would pay in Best Buy for a high-end TV, I get to buy LED wall. By the way, do you know what I'm trying to get next year? Okay, hear me out.
There's a with LED wall.
It definitely does. Hear me out. How much does a 70-inch OLED TV cost? No. A 70-inch OLED. It's more than 1,000. They're like 4.5. Like 4.5, right?
Oh.
Well, maybe not 70. Maybe more like 80. Like I got a 70-inch LED, and I got a really deal on it. But like the OLEDs, to like $4,000. Like the ones you're gonna want to buy, right?
I don't want to buy any of it. Like my TVs are all under $800. I don't spend any more than
At this point now, yes, I did have a $1,000 TV like a couple years ago. It was 75 inches. It was nice when I bought it. Got a real good deal on it. Last one. Model year changeover, so got a real deal.
Yep.
But I got this dude that I've been messaging with for the last year and a half, right? And for a cool $6,000, I can get a 10-foot LED screen. I mean, a 10-foot LED wall.
Did you say for $6,000?
Like 10 by 10.
I mean, I get what you're saying. Believe me, I get it.
Hold on. Before we talk about the dollars, think about the experience. Think about you walk into this room and the entire wall is a TV.
Like, I got $6,000 sitting on the wall.
Look. Right. And it's got a 240 hertz refresh rate.
That's pretty good.
In 4K.
Well, I mean, for $6,000, it better have a 300 hertz refresh rate, honestly.
I'll take 240 because, I mean, the PS5 Pro that comes out later on this year, it's only going to have 240, so it's all good. And it's not going to be 8K coming out the box. It's going to be, 4K. So until like summer 2025.
Well,
so I don't
humans can't process 8K, honestly, and I hate when they do that.
You want to know? Okay. Do you want to know what you have to have?
What's that?
To take full advantage of 8K?
Cyclops vision?
A 10 by 10 TV. Yeah, see? Now you're where I am.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but 10 by 10 TV.
Oh, man. An LED wall is on my lottery house list. So if I ever hit the lottery, I'm definitely getting one of those. But man,
Yo, I promise you. Yo, I promise you. My wife gets this job. She's gonna get a signing bonus.
Shoot. Man, for $6,000, I can get portable TVs and just whenever people come over, be like, here's your portable TV, watch whatever you want. Here's
everybody
yours,
has portable TVs. They have phones. They have phones.
It's true.
They have phones. Yeah. But how often? You know what? It's okay. I'm not even gonna tell you that I got it. I'm just gonna invite you over to watch the game and burn your retinas.
That's exactly what's gonna happen. Yes. Like, here are your TV watching shades. Here you go.
Yeah. You need these blue light shades, or else you're not gonna be able to see your way home.
You're exactly right.
Exactly right. Yo, I've been imagining it since he told me about the price. He's like, hey man, the price for the 10x10 is gonna drop. I was like, to what? He's like $6,000. I was like, what? I've been thinking about it.
Wait, what was it before?
Oh, it was more than that. It's like $10,000. Can you imagine like Monday Night Football on a 10x10? Saquon Barkley is the size of you watching Saquon Barkley. Oh my God.
I mean, that's fair.
Oh my God.
Fair.
I got these electric recliners I'm looking at too. Oh my gosh. It's gonna be dope as crap. It's gonna be dope.
All right. Well, going to Steven's house.
I digress.
I am flying to Steven's house every Sunday.
I digress. What did I want to talk about today? Yo, did you hear about Bruno Mars? Sorry.
Yeah, I saw that. Weeds.
You saw that? Okay.
Yeah, I saw that.
Do you believe it? Let's start there. Do you believe it?
So, yes, I do believe it. And here's the evidence as to why I do believe it.
Okay, go ahead.
When MGM came out and basically spoke up for him, I was like,
please
tell no. Yeah, he owes that. Yeah. He probably doesn't owe it.
Please tell people.
Yeah, so Bruno Mars is allegedly on the hook for $50 million in gambling debt over at MGM in Vegas.
No.
He has a residency over there.
Not on the hook.
No. He still has. It's just not as public anymore.
No. He doesn't have it anymore. You want to know how I know he doesn't have it?
How?
The statement that MGM Resorts released saying that Bruno Mars is not in debt to the MGM Grand Casinos. Now, here's the thing. From a public relations and a legal standpoint, that statement says that as of this present moment,
he owes $50 million to MGM.
He no longer owes MGM.
Right.
It doesn't speak to the recent past, which the recent past is him being in residency to the MGM Grand, him opening a restaurant to the MGM Grand, which means that residency with Silk Sonic and with him by himself covered them debts. Covered all them debts and the residency and the agreement with the restaurant. Like he got a lounge club there.
Okay.
And so, he's no longer in debt. But I was
$50 million. Who's that? Chelsea Clinton? Ain't that much gambling in the world, man. $50 million.
How many times do you have to roll snake eyes to be $50 million in debt, yo? That's all I want to know. How many times do you have to get hit in 21?
How much money you made? $50 million is out there. I don't get it. Like I can like if I'm on Bruno Mars level, I get in debt for $5,000 and I'm like, you know what? Hey, I'm done. Here you go. Here's your money. Leave me alone.
I was telling somebody masterminded that scene. First of all, okay, so Bruno Mars has somewhat of addiction problem, I think. Like there's some people that are prone to addiction, and we know that he is friends with heroin. We do know that. He's allowed that to be known through his arrests and through his, lyrics and stuff. And so it is conceivable that he will be in debt to a casino. In my conspiracy world, somebody at MGM was like, keeps extending him the line of credit. Keep extending him the line of credit.
Predatory loans.
Yes. Expressly knowing that at some point they have to collect. And what better way to collect than by entering into an agreement for him to be in residency at your properties. Yo, somebody.
Yeah, you gonna pay off this debt. You gonna tap dance around here, homie. That's pretty much what they said.
We gonna split this residency 50-50 until your debt's paid off, right?
Yep.
And I'm thinking to myself, because those Vegas residencies, they bring in money. And his, I remember when he did it, I was trying to go. Man, wait a minute, didn't you go? No, you went to Usher's.
I went to Usher's, and people were flying. Like people go to Vegas just to see that.
How much were your tickets? Because I looked at some other tickets, and I saw $1,200 per ticket, and that wasn't even in front. And I was like, God, dog.
Ours were $300 a piece, and that was not on the main level. It was in the high rises.
You couldn't even see your boy because you know he ain't that tall. You couldn't even see him. You couldn't even see him. You can hear him, but you couldn't see him. I'm like, man.
Yeah, those things were $300 a piece.
And he was doing the shows like 5 shows a week.
And they charge you for drinks right outside of your seating area. For $300, I better get one drink for free or something.
You forgot where you was at. This Vegas, baby.
I did.
You gonna pay you can pay for these drinks,
bro. I am too cheap for all of that.
Like, but you went though.
Okay, yeah, that's because my wife's job was they had a conference there, so my hotel room was already good.
So you
yeah. I just had to buy a plane ticket.
Okay, all right, okay.
So yeah, believe me, Vegas was not on my dime, and that's the only reason why I said I'll go. Because other than that, nah, man, I'm good.
You better be glad we at a conference because negative. Yeah,
believe me, like, and I take full advantage when I'm not necessarily paying for everything. I was out walking every day. I was looking at stuff. I was buying food.
Hey, because you winning, like you are ahead. You are ahead. I ain't
seen not a hotel bill. The only thing we got in the room, I was like, that's a mini bar. Do not touch. Gotcha. No problem.
Touch the mini bar.
Because they had everything in the mini bar. It was like on a weight, on like a scale.
Oh yeah, they know.
So if you move anything, they know.
They know.
And they know remotely.
Yeah, they know, and they charge to your tab immediately. Yes, they know.
Yep. I was like, nope, I'm good. But yeah, that's crazy. I mean, yeah, $50 million is absurd. I can't do it. Like, I lost money. Playing blackjack, and it was like $6, and I was like, "Cash me out, I'm good."
I'm sorry. Done. Did you say you said $6?
Yeah,
not $60.
Dude, my mother-in-law gave me $20 to put on a cruise one time in the casino.
You made that.
She handed me $20, and honestly, I took it and put it in my pocket. She was like, "No, you're gonna put it on the table." I'm like, "For what?"
You just gambled. You lost. You said to her, "You gambled, you lost." That's what it is. I'm gonna put it in my pocket, though.
I'm gonna give me a milkshake with this money. Yeah.
Why both of us gotta gamble? You gambled, you lost. I don't want to lose.
I don't lose. I put that thing up there. I was like, "Yep, hit me." Oh, I lost. Okay. What else? How much I got left? Thank you.
Okay, I'm generally with you on that. I've never been a gambler. I've been to Vegas like twice. I didn't even gamble when we were in Vegas. Like I didn't play anything the first time. The first two, I've only been twice. I didn't play anything, right? Not a gambler. I was why would I want to lose money, right? It's like going to a strip club. Why? What for? But I was in Puerto Rico. And there's this thing called slots. Right?
They got those same slots in Vegas.
Wait, hold on. Listen. Okay. I know, which is why I have not been back to Vegas. What I did not understand was how slots on a level that is deeper than I expected push all the buttons in your psyche, right? I sat down with my wife at this game called Cleopatra.
I think I've seen one of those.
And I only played because she wanted to play. We only played because it was Cleopatra, right? We played for an hour and a half. Now, here's the thing. I had $20 worth of cash on me. So I was like, we're going to start with the 20. And then I pulled out the other 20, which was my emergency 20. The one in the sock.
Yeah.
And then I went and got $200 at the ATM. Now, here's the thing. The only reason I got the $200 out is because she was on the roll, right?
Okay.
I had gone through my 20. She had gone through her cash and my 20. But she was on the roll.
Okay.
And the old lady that was sitting 2 rows down, she was like, "You on the roll, you probably shouldn't leave." And I was like, "All right." So I got this $200 out. We put it in Cleopatra. Dominique, we won $1,500. And so now we only play Cleopatra. We don't play nothing else. We play no other games. We generally don't play any other slots.
Yeah.
Cleopatra, oh my gosh. There is nothing like seeing her light up. You know that money's coming. Man, look.
Now, so for me, if you want me to gamble, and this is going to be very unorthodox, if you want me to gamble, I'll start gambling when they get an Uno table. Like, legit, I play Uno like that. Like, I don't care what the rules are. Whatever your rules are, I'm still going to smash you with them.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't have a particular set of rules. Like I said, just give me your rules and I'll smash you with those rules.
I will gamble on Uno. I don't think you should start gambling. I think you're doing exactly what you're supposed to do. I think you're doing exactly what you're supposed to do. I think you've done well. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, just in general, I don't have a, that. Oh, what if I win? I'm like, yeah, if I win, I win. If I lose, then I'm gonna be pissed.
Yo, okay, so I'm with you. Like, I'm generally there. North Carolina just got gambling, right?
Online gambling. Sure did.
And people are going nuts, of course. Like, I haven't done that yet. I probably will at some point.
I don't have a taste for that either.
Just to see what it is. I mean, all I have to do is eat one less calzone, and I can spend $15 on sports gambling. But I tell you what, somebody, when I got to Texas, somebody, I won't name who, bought me a lottery ticket. Not a lottery ticket, a scratch off. Right?
Okay.
I was like, oh, scratch off. She's like, yeah, welcome to Texas. I was like, so what am I supposed to do with this? He was like, scratch it off. So I read through it, and I play the game, right? Oh, win $10. All right, so what I do with it? So take it up there, they give you $10 back. I was like, I think I'm gonna let it ride. It's not my money. I'm not gambling. I'm not being irresponsible. I'm gonna let the $10 ride.
True.
So I took that $10 and I got 3 more scratch offs. Well, 4. $3, $3, $3, and $1. Scratch that off. Man, 20 minutes later, I won $100. And let me tell you how I know why I stay away from addictive things. You know how people, they like play the game on the scratch off?
Mm-hmm.
At the bottom, there's a little code. You ain't even got to play the game. You scratch the code off and go boop, and it'll tell you whether you won or not. I don't even play the game. What's the point of playing the game? I just want to know whether I won.
Yeah, man. Cool. All right, cool. This winner? No, it's not. Okay, all right, cool.
Yeah. You got to know yourself. Like, I got an addictive gene that I know that if I step into something, it's really bad. Like, okay, example, when I was 19, I had my first cigarette. One of 3 cigarettes I've smoked in my entire life. Okay. All right. Was in my car. I just finished a shift. I was working disaster relief.
Mm-hmm.
I was, managing some day workers.
That's fair. You're just fighting that.
Yeah, I'm trying to give you some backstory so you guys don't think bad of me. So, everybody out there smoking. So somebody handed me a cigarette. And I was like, I'm 19. I can make these decisions. I'm going to smoke this cigarette. I'm sitting in my freaking Dodge Charger Turbo. That car went fast, by the way. And
so you just started a guy.
And I said, okay, this is good. I think I like. And I threw it out the window. Yo. In that moment, I realized all it takes is 2 more pulls of that cigarette, and I'm an addict. I'm done. Like, in my mind, I saw my mind rearranging
how I can buy this for the rest of my life.
Bro, yo, that's why I've only had 3, right? I had it that one time when I was 19. When I was 22, I tried another one, right? Just to see if I was tripping 3 years ago. I was like, all right, maybe I was tripping. I was younger. Maybe I'm tripping. So I tried another one. I took 1 pull and I was like, nah, I wasn't tripping. Not tripping. I didn't finish it. It was like 1 pull. And the last one I had, I was hanging out with friends. And so I finished the cigarette. But that was it. Like, I
don't think I've ever, like, growing up, teenagers smoking weed and whatnot. And it's not like I did. Like, my friends kept trying to get me. Well, they didn't try to get me to do it. They would ask. and they were pretty, and it's just funny because they were pretty polite about it. They're like, "Hey man, you want to hit this?" I was like, "Nah." They're like, "All right, cool, no problem." But like finally, like I got the senior year, everything was pretty much cruise control. I was like, you know what? All right, yeah, bring. I would like to buy one weed, please.
I would like one weed. Don't ever say that again. That's horrible. That man was like, "You may not have one weed because we don't sell them like that." You narc. Mister, I would like to have one weed. Bro, you get beat up like that. People get shot for saying stuff like that. I'd like to have one weed. Come on.
Yeah, I was like, all right, yeah, I'll give it a shot. And you know, with my friends in high school, and this one particular friend, I won't name his name for, you know, obvious purposes, but it's like he did it every day, and he was, you know, that's just what that was part of his. I'm not sure if he was addicted to it,
that's his
or if it was just part of his routine. Yeah. And you know, but yeah, I didn't see the whole, oh yeah, you gotta have this. Hey man, I need to go smoke some weed, you know, anything like that. But then I got into because one of the things that we used to do is we used to split open a Phillies blunt.
Yeah, I know the process. Cigar. I know the process well. I've seen it done quite a few times, even though I don't smoke weed.
So I'm carrying around the Phillies in, you know, in the pack, whatever. And I was like,
go ahead.
Yeah. I'm like, you know what? I'm about to smoke one of these cigars. And actually, that part wasn't bad. It's not, and to me, cigars aren't even addicting. Like, it's just like,
no, they're not.
It's like something to do.
Yeah,
you know, that's just the way they are. And I was like, oh, okay, cool.
They're social mechanism,
right?
Social. Yeah, you know,
right. You don't wake up every day like, oh man, I need a cigar, man. Yeah.
Unless you're like, York.
Okay, yeah, but he takes that personally. So, but yeah, I mean, I get it. I can see the allure of certain things. I never got around to a cigarette though. I think that's one I was always like, yeah, no, I'm cool on that one.
You're not missing anything except for addiction. That's all you're missing. They have no redeeming qualities at all. At all. Oh my gosh. Anyway. Yeah. Oh man. Okay.
So you know, we're probably gonna have a new president, right? And there's a lot that comes with that, even from the first time that he was president.
We're not gonna have a new president. You want to know how I know?
How do you know?
Okay, we're not gonna have a new president because the guy that everybody wants to vote for that's not named Joe Biden is broke. This ninja is broke. Let me tell you how I know he's broke. I know he's broke because he can't get a bond for $484 million. Now, his net worth is $480 million. So he lost his civil case in the state of New York. We all know that, right?
Yep.
Loosely, we all know that. Part of that loss was that he has to pay $484 million. Like he has to pay that to the state of New York. Only problem with that is he don't want to pay it because he ain't got $484 million in cash.
Right.
Now, a reasonable person will say, okay, why don't you get a bond for the money? Or why don't you get a loan for the money? We can't get a loan for the money because he don't pay his debts. And he can't get a bond for the money because he already has a bond on the only property that's worth anything to an insurance company. The report says that his lawyers reached out to 30 insurance companies and no one was willing to offer him a bond for that money. In other words, nobody was willing to say, hey, you got a property that is in a financial state,
right,
to be used as collateral for this bond, right? Which means that all of his properties are leveraged beyond their current worth.
Right. And then plus he overinflated the value of them anyway. So that's even worse.
They're leveraged beyond their current. So technically he's in a negative on all these properties. So much so that an insurance company, there's no insurance company in America that is willing to front him that, which means he's not only cash poor, this dude is poor. Like he don't got it. And what's going to happen is he's going to either have to sell Mar-a-Lago or the state of New York is going to start seizing properties. Like they're going to seize Mar-a-Lago at whatever the actual value for it is. And they're going to seize one Trump Tower or whatever the Wall Street property he has.
I don't think that even own Trump Tower. That's just, he just charged that building a certain amount of money for just put the name up.
Okay, so what he does is, I learned this too when I when I stayed at Trump Tower in Vegas, right? First of all, Trump Tower in Vegas.
You supported this man?
No, I supported the Marriott because I got a free trip. But let me tell you this, that Trump Tower, listen, I used a gold toilet. I took a bath in what I'm sure was a granite tub. I took a shower in a shower that had not one, but 2 shower heads and 2 TVs. I, at the Trump Tower, was in front of a mirror that had a TV and a computer in it because it would tell me the weather and it allowed me to watch TV. I had never been
in my bathroom.
I'd never been so impressed with a hotel in my life. And then I found out that, what he does is he builds them, right? He gets all these, small businesses, contracts with them to build it. Right. He doesn't pay them. They sue him, but he's got lawyers, so they lose.
He's got bigger lawyers, yeah.
Got bigger lawyers. And before he's finished, he sells the building to a hotel with one caveat, that his name stays on the building and that they pay him royalties for using his name. That's what he does. On almost all the Trump Tower properties, he doesn't own them. Right. He just leases his name to them, which that's a scam. That's what that is. That's a scam.
Oh, that's big time.
That's like, I don't understand why people like if
keep doing business with this man. We let this man run the country. I mean, and he was going to run the country like he does his other businesses. He was going to do it. If
you're not a rich person, why would you vote for him? Like, everything that he does takes advantage of small business people, like people that have actual small businesses. Sure. Like, if you know a plumber or a carpenter or, somebody in construction, like, he gets them to front the money for the materials and for the labor, and then he doesn't pay them. Like, you can't trust a guy like that. Not that wants to be president. At any rate, he's about to lose properties.
Yeah, bro, tripping.
He might end up serving some time if Fannie Willis gets this thing together down in Atlanta. That should be great.
Sad thing is, I can't wait.
I can't wait either.
I can't wait. That'll be nationally televised, and everybody will tune in.
We'll tune in. I get, and I'll be first on the scene. I'll be first.
Stephen Howard reporting live.
I'll be like, look at him. He ain't got no hair grease. His hair to the side. I told you he was bald. They
got the Cheeto Man.
Look, we got to talk about this before we go. Have you seen X-Men?
I haven't. I've seen so many posts on like Facebook and Instagram about it.
That means we can't talk about it. That means I can't talk to you about it because I don't want to spoil it.
Like I have to finish watching the first series. Like I have to finish watching it. I've only seen the first. Really?
Wait a minute. You only seen the what?
I've only seen the first season.
Oh yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, you do. I mean, you need at least, 4 seasons?
Something like that.
Yeah, you need at least 3 or 4.
Okay.
You need at least 3 or 4.
Well,
okay, so I can tell you this. It's supposed to be a continuation of some point within that series in season 3. Is season 3 or season 4?
Okay.
Right? And so you definitely want to see it. I think that what they're doing with it by releasing the writers to recalibrate the characters, they really making the storyline something that can be sustainable and impactful to the Marvel universe. They're making these characters that, if you keep watching X-Men 97, the original version, you're gonna, as a comic book guy, you'll be able to recognize how they greatly reduce some of these characters, right? Like a prime example would be Cyclops, right?
Yeah.
If you're watching the cartoon series, you're gonna see a Cyclops looks like a putz. Like he's strong, he got laser eyes, but he's not the ultimate tactician. He's not like the ultimate leader. He's a leader, but he's not like the ultimate leader, right? He's
a field leader.
Yeah, he's like a field leader. In the comics, he's like Batman but better, right? In the comics, Cyclops is that dude, right? You'll see in the animated series, you're going to see Storm. She's, as powerful as she is, they're going to play her to the left, right? She does not have any of the cachet that she has in the comic books, where she is an omega level threat in the comic books, right?
Yeah.
You don't see that along with
a lot
some
of
of the
people don't
other.
understand. Yeah, you have omega level mutants, which are like top tier, like they're like universe busters, and they
Yes.
do like extremely crazy feats.
Dude, people apparently in some version of the comics, Storm can move between the multiverse. Like
Interesting.
her and Jean Grey, but it's like knowing
Well,
that
Jean
about
Grey makes
Storm
sense.
and understanding and knowing what she was written as in the animated series is like, dang, yo, Aurora was a jump. Like
Yeah.
she was,
Now,
anyway.
I'm mad for the teaser that we never got, or the Easter egg that we never got, was
Which
the
one?
fact that T'Challa was actually married to Storm at one point.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where's that at?
We're gonna hope that they incorporate that into the animated series, even though they can't do it, in the actual MCU. So,
well, okay, so I know this kind of hangs off of X-Men because it's MCU, but I'm gonna say this, and I hope nobody's upset.
uh-oh.
And if you are, get your own podcast.
Upset. I can tell you that right now.
I understand initially they did not want to recast T'Challa. You don't necessarily have to recast him. You can just go get a different version of him.
Okay. Have you heard the rumor about what the MCU is trying to do in the next iteration of its movies?
Like kind of just reboot the universe, right?
Do you know how they're trying to?
Through Deadpool.
Do you know what mechanism though?
No.
The rumor is that they're going to introduce the idea that in every universe, kind of like in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, there is one character in every universe that is essential to the maintenance of that universe. And if that character
the Nexus beings.
Exactly. That's what is supposed to be introduced in Deadpool. Right?
Nice. Okay.
And if they do it right, then you can have a different T'Challa.
Yeah. Like, and it's weird because I would even take some sort of story in the current MCU where Black Panther, like somehow Eric Killmonger comes back and becomes a Black Panther, and that's super crazy. Like, not super crazy.
Yeah, that's comic book though.
I'd be all right with that because I mean the character that Michael B. Jordan played as far as Killmonger, even though he's dead, he's had a lot of growth, and I'm like, you could somehow bring him back, and because you want a one of the somebody from that family to still rule, and somehow bring him back, and somehow he can be married to Storm. Like I said, I'll take that. If you don't want to recast T'Challa, fine. Just bring Michael B. Jordan back, because I think he would make an actual decent Black Panther going forward.
Yeah. They've got. I'm very excited about about the possibilities that Deadpool brings, and I'm looking forward to it very much. So, just as much as I'm looking forward to this new animated series, which
I need to catch up on.
Dude, I'm trying to tell you, like, I don't know. I don't do a whole lot of comic books, so I don't know if this is in the storyline. Everybody says that it is, but the turn that they're taking and what they're introducing, oh man! Like, I know we ain't getting a bunch of Marvel movies this year, but they putting last thing. I heard a rumor that Evil Hulk is supposed to make an appearance in one of the next 2 Marvel films.
Yeah, the Red Hulk. Red Hulk.
Well, yes, Red Hulk, but not just Red Hulk. Like, I forgot what they call him. He's old. He's got gray hair.
I know who you're talking about. Okay,
that guy.
Gotcha.
That guy. So, and apparently Mark Ruffalo is on board with it, which I think is pretty cool. So,
and he's finally getting a movie thing.
No, he's not going to get a movie because they can't. There's no way for him to get a movie. He'll never have his own movie.
That's horrible.
But there will be a movie where he would play a significant part in. Like, there'll never be a Hulk universe. Apparently, there's some contractual obligation where somebody doesn't own the rights to something that's not going to allow it. So that
sucks.
It does.
Well,
man, we're gonna save that last one for another day because I'm not going to ask you about that. Yeah, I just put that down there. I was like, maybe we'll have time for that. Maybe we don't, and you guys will have to stick around to figure out what we're talking about. Trust me, it's worth it. It's worth it.
Yeah, come see us in the next one, y'all.
Come see us in the next episode. Oh yeah, and Dre got his star on the Walk of Fame, which is pretty cool.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's nice.
Pretty cool. Anyhow, all right. Ladies and gents, thank you guys for hanging around, for laughing with us,
for sure,
for being patient with us.
For sure,
for listening to us with disdain and all of our predilections about gambling and smoking. Ooh, it was menthol too, man. It felt so good. Anyhow, I digress. But yeah, that's our show for the evening show, episode 25.
25. Thank you so much for rocking with us, guys, and make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Please tell your mama about us, especially your mom.
Please do. We'll see you guys next time.
Later.